Welcome in, everybody, to Week 22 Team Wars review. We didn't stream this one live, but we're getting you on YouTube. Posting Tuesday like always. We're going to start with the Adventure Lock account. We had some decent levels this week on the Adventure Lock, but obviously we're always a little bit underleveled. Program Stan is going to be basically worthless. Cartman is 3, not terrible. Angel Wendy 5. We do have Inuit Kenny level 4, Jimmy level 3. A lot of these things do work at their base level though, but you can definitely tell that I play very differently on this account than I have to on any other ones, because obviously this deck is going to be very strange. So a couple of the things that do work, obviously Transmog level 2 still kills the Maxi, so we're in pretty good shape right here. We can sit and wait on 10. New Kid does kill the Rat. It would have honestly been better to me if like Zen would have been sitting right here, just sitting next to the Rat, just taking hits, and the Rat didn't die, because then my Zen could stay on my side. But he doesn't have that much higher levels than me, so we're feeling pretty good right now. If we can get some good placement here. We do have the level 5 tower, which is something I want to get out there. Now, Robin Tweak and Mintberry Crunch, even at level 2, does work pretty well. But also you can use that Robin Tweak on the tower. It can be really helpful. So he does have like 9 energy coming out at us right here. We put the Enforcer out, which is going to make sure that the Mintberry Crunch doesn't get a lot of value. Hopefully we can get, yes, we get the heal on the Pocahontas, which is one of the few cards that we have upgraded here. We healed the Wendy a little bit here with the Mintberry Crunch. Just slow playing, just seeing if that Randy can get through the extra health and damage and stuff like that from those little Indian boys is actually pretty good when you compare it to New Kid level 14 at least. So Robin comes out on the Mintberry Crunch, and like I said, Mintberry Crunch is a pretty good play to get that boost on. The level 4 tower not doing too much damage to me. That Inuit though coming through getting a terrible amount of damage. It looked like he almost left there and didn't get any value, but we're gonna go ahead and let the tower die there. We probably should have used the ability there earlier, but our Program Stan is still alive, not taking too much damage from that level 4. So Program Stan somehow staying alive, using that stun a little earlier. We could have gotten it on the Sheriff probably, but he had such low health. It's hard to know how long the new kid will take to kill me. The Mintberry Crunch, even at level 3, takes out the Robin, so his lower levels helps us out. So we actually do get through. Although Enforcer didn't get the hit. No, he did get the hit. That was strange. Not bad, not bad. It's always fun playing the Adventure Lock because you really don't have an advantage. You're completely underleveled. Except, sometimes you could have like a level 5 epic or something like that. And I forgot I didn't stop that. I have to skip past that one. I let that run. I forgot to stop the recording and I let it run for like 5 minutes. All right, now we got Wanna Get High. Great name. I was reading it at first and I was like, what does Wanna Gethy mean? And then I realized it was Wanna Get High. I mean, put a period between it or something. Like, put a dash. Like, why don't you spell high right? I don't know. But typical start, Zen versus Zen. You're gonna see that a lot this week. Zen is, I wouldn't say Zen. Zen is probably the best start. I don't love leading the tank unless they lead the tank as well. So this is a really good play. If they play their tower within range of your tower, and their tower's already hitting like your tank or something like that, put your tower out, get that value. Your tower's gonna take them out real quick. Now we play the Maxi here because we know that the Maxi's gonna sit in front of the Zen for quite some time and heal up the tower. So that's gonna keep the tower alive. This week, it's almost the most important thing is getting your Zen out in the right time is to get that Mintberry Crunch out. If you get your Mintberry Crunch out before the enemy Mintberry Crunch, you're in a power position because your ability will be available against the enemy Mintberry Crunch, which is one of the most important things to hit. Other than hitting Robin Tweak, Angel was one of the important things. Now the Angel isn't going to do anything, but the Mintberry Crunch did kill the Inuit, which is too bad. We were going to Robin Tweak the Maxi, not Mayor, but didn't really have a reason to. Just going to slow play here a little bit. The Paladin actually surviving that is really big, so we're going to go ahead and use the Robin here because he's going to heal whatever comes through. Ends up hitting the shielded Inuit, which just ends up just looking like a pretty play. Going to go ahead and remove that. What's his name? Swordsman? Swordsman. Some of these cards, they're so rare that you kind of forget what their names are. All right, so right here, I would say, Pocahontas Randy, I wouldn't say ever lead with Maxi like he just did. I don't think that's a good play, but I like to, when it comes to tanks, I like to counter the tank with the tank, because then I'm not going to be like at a disadvantage because I decided to play a different card. So then I just outplay him from there. So we're going to go ahead and do this. We have the level advantage heavily here, 6-7 versus 6-4, so we're in pretty good shape. I'm going to go ahead and counter whatever he does here. We go ahead and use the Paladin to kill his Inuit, which is going to trade it. The Paladin somehow moves backwards to the Maxi. That was a crazy targeting there. But our Inuit kills the Paladin, stays around to hopefully kill the Maxi. Yes, kills the Maxi before the Robin, so it gets an extra little value, and he'll probably kill the Robin. But the Maxi's actually out healing the Robin damage here, so it could be that this Inuit is just going to survive. But we'll see. Oh no, it looks like the Medusa is going to end up getting the last hit, so he does save himself from the value there. We are going to go ahead and use the Robin here, keep him alive, but actually keep him below half, so the heal is still double. Oh, actually, no, he did trigger it twice there. So he gets another trigger when his health gets increased. That's interesting. I wonder if it's stacked twice now. No, we're getting just the 36 heal. Actually, that might be, is that triple? I thought it used to stack, like, it would show like 9, 9, 12, 9, 9, 12 or something like that. You know what I mean? Did they change that? I haven't used that heal in so long. I should check that out. We'll try to pay attention to the heals on the next Maxi that comes out. But either way, this deck, if you had the levels, you were probably gonna win. If everything kind of played out, because in this situation, if your tower stays alive a little bit longer, if your angel stays alive a little bit longer, if your Robin, if your Mintberry Crunch, there's so many cards where if they stay alive, they can still get so much value. So just like a very, very tiny health guy, because there's not really anything to deal with. There's no Labard, there's no Arrow Storm, there's nothing that can deal with like a wide range. So playing the Maxi, I mean, you're really just running into potentially getting transmogged right away, but we're just gonna see if maybe we can get the hit. No, the Medusa does get the hit, but that doesn't bother me too much. I'm kind of waiting on the transmog. Since he played the Maxi into me so poorly, I don't really feel like I have to remove the Maxi, because I got my Zen out there. Like, he's not, like, Maxi isn't really a threat, so I can just sit back here, let him get my Zen. He's not healing anybody. Toolshed is gonna walk right into my trap, so should deal with him mostly. And now we can just play midline, because he's gonna try to support that Maxi, which is stupid of him. He should really, if he's trying to win this, he has to give up the Maxi. Maybe he could have played an assassin on the bottom side, forced me to defend, but I mean, that was just a very well played there. My Zen is still pretty much fully alive. The Robin is going to come on defense here. The Angel is going to get played to potentially keep the Zen alive even longer. Mostly right now, you're playing cards when the Zen is still out to cycle back through to your other cards. If you get back to Pocahontas, if you get back to Mintberry Crunch, something like that, Tower Defender, whatever. If you have Tower Defender and Zen out there, you're going to cycle through your cards so quickly. So you could play Transmog. Now, right now, if you had Tower out 3 or 4 cards later, your Transmog's already back in your hand. So it's important, and you see it in one of these games where while my Tower's out, I really try to dump energy. Oh, you know what? I think I'm misremembering. I'm thinking of a ladder game last night. I was dumping energy to cycle back to Unholy for a snipe, I think. All right, so Zen lead is pretty good. Going into the tower, I mean, when I have Zen, if your tower starts hitting Zen, your tower really lost value. If tower's hitting Maxi, it's a little bit better because, Maxi's heal, you got to get rid of it. But if your tower starts hitting Zen, you truly made a mistake, because that your tower basically got no value. So he's going to get the tower. He might get some heals on the Angel, but right now he's actually playing everything backwards. And the reason that I transmog that guy right there is because, one, my stuff was just right in order, right in line for a Mintberry Crunch play, and 2, he already had his tank setup out, and I kind of needed to be able to push through it. I already had so much energy invested. The only real choice I had was to kill the Mintberry Crunch there. Mintberry Crunch would have stayed alive behind the Zen in the tower for so long, along with the heal of the along with the heal of the Angel. So we end up getting both abilities off by the Mintberry Crunch. We get by. The Paladin does sneak by and doesn't get taunted by the Zen. So poorly played Zen there as far as the positioning goes. You don't want him to be up or bottom. Like when you're playing Zen on defense, you don't want to play him behind New Kid so he picks an up or bottom. You want to play him just right in front of your New Kid so he's in the middle. So no matter where people are, they'll attack him. We could have used the Mintberry Crunch here, but we're holding it. Then he can't use Robin. He can't use Angel. Well, we already killed Angel, but it limits what he can play because it could just get instantly killed by the Mintberry Crunch. So there's no real reason to use it. Even right here, there's no real reason to use it. If he plays the Robin on the tower, we can block it. I went ahead and used it there just because, you know, this is the last push. We're gonna get through it here. But you can see that Paladin shield was quite useful this week. Easy peasy on that one. Marco Potamus, Marcopotamus, like a hippo. Hippopotamus. All right, here the Enforcer, top corner. Maybe if you wanted to play the Castle Defender. I don't like playing the Castle Defender, but he kind of made the decision for me. The Enforcer can match the program stand. It's not going to stop the first stun, but it would stop the second one. It's a freeze. I call it a stun. It's the same thing. Probably Zen in front, protect the Enforcer, but then we end up getting a removal on the Angel, which just, I mean, you could see my face when I play some of these matches. I'm just like mouth agape. How do you even get to 6,000 when you're clearly such a bad player? Like, it just makes no sense to me. The only thing I can think is that they get to where they are with just levels or just a really dumb deck, you know, like member berries or, you know, Pope Callgirl, member berry or manberry pig, stuff like that. Or fucking double towers or whatever it might be. But it's like, it's definitely not skill that got him there. Like 66-20, it's not high, right? But it's still legendary arena, you know? That's still technically the highest fucking league you can be at. And like, I've never played a game where the people at the highest rank are just clearly not good at the game. Like, every other game I've played, the people at the higher ranks clearly know what the fuck they're doing. They clearly know what they're doing. Even if you're at fucking champion level, which is like one below the legendary level on these other games, or master level instead of grandmaster, whatever it might be, they clearly know how to play the game. And, you know, they might lose because of levels, they might lose because somebody just plays better, but they're not playing fucking dumb. They're not making moronic mistakes. And this game is just, I think it's just the dichotomy of the fact that constructed, meaning like ladder decks that you constructed them, that's what they call it in like deck building games. Constructed mode is so much like the way you can build decks and perfectly build a setup and a combination and stuff like that in this game is just so impactful to the game. Like having Satan every game, having Transmog or Unholy every game, having Inuit every, you know, having some whatever you have that you use for removal or, you know, to cover up the mistakes that you inevitably make because you're bad. If you don't have those, it's so clear that you're bad at the game. Like right now, this guy is not in bad position, but I got my Mintberry Crunch and he didn't, and that's gonna fucking losing the game. In reality, he should have transmogged my Mintberry Crunch. It wasn't my Pocahontas that was killing him, it was my fucking Mintberry Crunch. And not to mention, like, after Mintberry Crunch does his thing, you can rob and tweak that motherfucker. Although it might be New Kid that takes it. Oh, nicely done. Now you robbing him up, and it's just like, you can't kill this fucking guy. You can't kill him. New Kid doesn't kill him. Maybe putting the tower down will kill him. I mean, that's just a bad mistake because we just wait until we're about to get the bar, and then Robin's going to take him out. Like, this guy's 7,100. These are terrible plays. These are noob ass, don't know how to play the game plays. And they're at 7,100? So it's like so clear that these people don't actually know how to play the game. They don't understand it. They just know how to play their deck. They know how to play their one deck, maybe two decks. They know how to play Medusa, Sizzler, Ninja, whatever the fuck. They know how to play member berries and superheroes. Like, if they don't have the constant value of Mysterion and the generated value of Call Girl and Dakun, they don't have that, they're fucking terrible. What is that? What is that? Robin on fucking a level 5 swordsman instead of Robin on your level 3 Mintberry Crunch? That's infinitely better. Infinitely better. He's already level 3. He already used his ability, so I don't even have to fucking worry. He transmogs a half-life Zen. Like what? There can't possibly... How does this guy win games at 7,000? It baffles me. What's Angel gonna do back there? Where's your tower? Like, what was your team doing? Like, what the fuck? There it is. Why are you playing it there? Where I can play Pocahontas right fucking next to it and start beating the shit out of it. Your new kid's not even hitting me. Like, that is basic fucking gameplay. How is he not how is he 7,000? Like, they don't understand the basic concepts of the game. They play these dumb fucking decks that you can just play cards mid and win with. Jesus. All right, we got Kamikaze. See, 7686. You think, like, this guy's going to be good, right? Viva La Smokers. I thought I heard that the Viva La Smokers bros are joining Mercenaries or something like that. Cool. So, level 4, though. It's like, what's he going to do with a level 4 Sheriff? If you have a level 4, don't play the fucking Sheriff. Don't play the Sheriff. Like, all your cards can't possibly be low-leveled. So don't play the fucking low-leveled cards. That's 4 energy that you just wasted, basically. Like, if you have Witch Doctor fucking level 2, don't play Witch Doctor. Just don't play it. Every other card you have has been leveled so far. If you would have not played the fucking Sheriff, you might be in good position right now. Don't play the fucking level 4 Enforcer in the middle. If you're going to play a level 4 card, you got to play it just for the ability. Play it next to the Zen to stop something else. I ain't giving up my Inuit on Inuit. You can eat my fucking Enforcer. Suck it. An Inuit on the top side. We're just keeping everybody alive with this fucking Angel. It's beautiful. And we snuck around the top side. I mean, what is this? I did take a loss this week, so we're going to watch a loss. But, I mean, it's just like... Like, if he had better levels, maybe it'd be a closer game. But he could have just not played the shitty leveled cards. Pocahontas 4 isn't terrible. But you don't play him like that into the... Like, why isn't he playing him right in front? His new kid hasn't hit me at all! Why is he not letting me get closer? I don't get it. I mean, Medusa was just not the right pick. So, I mean, his team just fucked up. The game's 5 years old and, like, the basics. It's the basics. And it just blows my mind. This is why, you know, I've always, since day one, I always played a bunch of different decks. You know, I didn't play only one deck. I didn't focus on only one deck. That, you know, that's why my whole deck is built out. All my cards are built out. And I'm good with any deck that you can throw at me. Even something with fantasy, sci-fi, superhero combinations you'll never see. And I play them well almost every week. Because I understand how to play the fucking game. I understand the push and pull of a tower defense game like this, or tower rush game, if you will. I believe is what they call it. Because, like, where are we sitting now? His tower's not doing anything. My tower's gonna get fucking lit. my tower's been getting value this whole time. Now, even if he uses his mid-berry crunch, it won't matter to me. And even if he hits me with that, it won't matter to me just because, one, my guy's level 6. So that's a little bit unfair this week. We get the Inuit kill there, which is easy. Easy peasy. Albus, what are you doing over there? We don't hit the mid-berry crunch there, so that was unfortunate, but we didn't really have to. We get the Zen out because, like I said, if your tower starts hitting Zen, you've probably lost the game. Speaking of losing the game, I just lost the game. All right, we have Robin Tweak on the Zen if we really want to, but he doesn't even assassin step. Like, he doesn't even know how to assassin step. Like, what the fuck? Just lost 2 damage immediately because he doesn't understand that if you play a card right on top of another card, you get fucking beat. That's basics. Like, do I gotta do a fucking basic how to play the game series? Teach people like the most basic concepts? Like, nobody really made videos like that because it's shit's so fucking simple, but I feel like, you know, people made like advanced stuff about, like, I would say assassin stepping's maybe a little bit more advanced, but like if you're 6800, you should know, like, if you're not assassin stepping at 6800, you're losing so much fucking energy every fucking match by feeding energy to like Mysterion or some shit like that. Oh, I could have maybe gotten the Mintberry Crunch ability off. I didn't realize that he was the one that killed the Enforcer. Angel Wendy is just such a good card in Team Wars. The fact that I think the biggest thing about cards in Team Wars is when they survive the New Kid Blast. You know, it just really opens up another world of strength for something like Angel that can heal up the push after this, or Sharon, for instance. I mean, it really, really makes it more interesting. Because, you know, that's another thing. Like, if people don't have that level 25 reset button every time that somebody takes a bar, they're fucking hopeless. They're hopeless. They don't understand how to keep the fight on their side, but like not use the bar as a defense, you know? There's so many people who use the bar to deal with a bunch of energy and then just counter immediately after with their Pope Call Girl bullshit or whatever it is, you know? Or wait for the Mysterion to spawn at the right time or whatever it might be. It's just, it's just so, I'm so glad Team Wars exists. I'm so glad, like, this is definitely the best, like, Team Wars sort of game setup or whatever you want to call it of any game like this. Like, Hero Bump just came out with like a Team Wars, Guild Wars things, and it's terrible. I played this match pretty poorly actually. The fact that my tower's not hitting the Mintberry Crunch is kind of unfortunate here. But we do get the Robin out. Hopefully Mintberry Crunch starts moving towards us. If she hits the Robin, I don't think it kills him. I don't know why I said he. But we're going to go ahead and stop the ability so that Robin definitely survives. I don't think he was going to get it off either way, but you never know. So now we got tower v tower. So our tower is going to be coming out. His tower is probably going to die pretty quickly. Oh, no. The Deckhand. So Deckhand was not a bad choice this week. I can't remember what the alternative was. But Deckhand with the tower, Deckhand with Maxi, Deckhand with Pocahontas Randy even. Deckhand with Zen. There's definitely a lot of options for the Deckhand to get value. So that was sort of a bait. I wanted him to play that 5 energy. Didn't really hurt me any. But it prevents him from being able to do anything else. I mean, I lose an energy technically, but sometimes that helps you because then you can play into your side. So I just want that tank to kind of die. I don't really care about it. We're going to throw out some energy because at the end of this defensive push, we're going to have 10 energy probably. And also I wanted to get the... Oh, now we decided to go all in, which is good. Well, this was unfortunate there. I shouldn't have played the Paladin. Well, you know what? It's not bad. I don't hate that. This works. We're going to get the Mintberry Crunch out on the Angel. That was the biggest thing, is getting that Angel killed. Just the amount of value that she can get. That heal didn't seem like it came out, although it did show that he got healed. But I don't, unless my Pocahontas just ate him up so much. The guy played well. And that's another thing, you know, knowing when to push energy mid and when not to. Obviously, when the enemy has lower level cards, it makes an easier decision. That guy's team didn't upgrade Inuit, or he just doesn't have Inuit upgraded, thinking that it still works the same way that it used to. But like I said, it's important to know when to dump energy, when to, like right now, 10 seconds left, dump energy. I did lose the energy here. There's not really any way I could have broken through this though with the Zen and the tower. Like, this is one week where you're gonna you're going to miss points because there's so much defense. There's so much, there's heal, there's castle defender, there's maxi. There's just so much health that they can put out at the end to put in front of the new kid to even just protect that last bar. But Moody didn't really need the points on Black Lotus, so no worries there. I let this one run a little bit too long. But Moody's pretty. We'll look at her. I also pushed it a little early a couple times. I was just slacking today. Kamari. Wait a second. Did we play the same guy? Why does that name sound familiar? I don't know. We'll see. We got the... No, we don't want to play that. This guy's 8K, so by number alone, you'd think he might be the biggest fight that we have this week. We're kind of slow playing here. Now I'm just thinking, okay, I'm going to get a bunch of damage on the tower, and then we're just going to defend from there. So now I could play my tower, probably play Pocahontas. Okay, that's good. We do decent damage to his Pocahontas 4. Probably going to play Wendy behind our Pocahontas. Keep those guys alive. His Robin. That's not a terrible Robin, but we do get our Mintberry Crunch out, and you can see the line straight there. We're going to take out the Angel and the Robin, and as you can tell, oh, he gets the clean out. He cleans me. We're going to go ahead and go middle here. We're going to see if we can get the heal out. Yes, we got the heal out on the guy who just spawned too, who had actually taken a hit, so that was good. We got to get one hit with the... No, we don't need hits with anything. Looks like everything's going really well. Now, like I said, if the tower starts hitting the Zen, it's kind of a waste. We want to wait for his Assassin along the side and use Paladin as a response. If he doesn't, we can just wait this out, heal it up. Angel and shit can take it out. Transmog on the Maxi here is good so that the tower still dies and he doesn't heal his new kit while his... Not really healing his new kit up at all. So Angel could take the hit here, or the tower could. It kind of depends. Okay, Angel there. That's not bad. I like this. His tower is going to come at me, so he's going to try to defend that and support that. We're just going to go ahead and wait. We're actually thinking about the timing here. We might want the tower not to be dead and to actually get the tank so that we can push forward with it. So I didn't use the Robin tweak yet. Kind of rethinking it. Just spending on... Okay, so we decided to do it. All right, we're going to go deep here. Now we're going to hopefully he gets a lot of energy pushed into us that gets value from the tower, but instead we're just going to go deep here. We do have a very low level Medusa back there, which was a big mistake for him to even play that. You saw how much the Mintberry Crunch just ate the shit out of that bitch. So this is low levels. I mean, he's 8K. Where's his levels? It's because he's in some shitty team probably. That's unfortunate. You don't like to win that way with levels, but you know it is what it is. I would prefer it to be, in my opinion, I wish the base levels were more like 6, 5, 4, 3, so that stuff was just a little bit like stuff was a little closer, and then we could upgrade, maybe lower the caps but change the upgrade to make it so that when you upgrade, your upgrades are, going from 6, 5, 4, 3 to like 7, 7, 6, 5 or something like that. So you can get higher, but like the people who don't have any levels at all, they're gonna run into or they're not going to run into someone who's just going to beat them because they have level 2s, because they'll have decently leveled cards. I'd say honestly, if you have 6, 5, 4, 3, in most weeks you have a chance, but it kind of depends. Some weeks, I would say this week is one of the weeks where levels are really going to win you the game, and you'll see this is case in point. I don't think this is my best played game ever, and I would say, like, right here I make a big mistake. I should have played my tower in a way where it would hit his tower, and I just didn't think about it. I don't know. Now he transmogs the Mintberry Crunch, so you'd kind of think that I'm in good shape here, but what happens here, and I think what really fucks me, is that Inuit. I should have played the Inuit on the bottom side next to the Zen and just blasted the Zen, killed the Zen really quickly, and then he would have moved on to the Mackie. But my Inuit just gets stuck attacking the Zen, even though he wasn't getting pulled, and then everything just, and even the Robin goes onto the Inuit instead, and he's still not retargeting, so it's just like the worst luck ever here. And yeah, there's not much. Honestly, there's nothing I could do after that Inuit got like no value. My tanks got melted. His fucking tower survived the whole time, because even though my tool shed was hitting him the whole time, he survived. Hold on. My tool shed was hitting him like this whole fucking time. I think because I used my... Dude, see what the hell happened there? I used my ability and it's like it didn't do anything to the tower. What the fuck? Look, I use the ability. He gets he gets full damage from the tool shed, but then it goes back up. Like, what the fuck? Then he's getting the heal from the maxi, which is, yeah, it's doing 36 instead of the triple stack. And he survives. So see, the tower barely survives. So yeah, I just like everything went wrong here. There's nothing I can do against the push. I could have maybe tried to reset behind New Kid, but at this point, it's just game over. He pushes through with the maxi. It's just really frustrating that dumb pathing. Like, why didn't, when the Zen stopped taunting, why didn't my fucking Inuit retarget to the maxi that was right there? Like, that didn't make any sense. Then if that would have happened, my Inuit would have killed the Zen. My Inuit would have helped deal with the maxi. Maxi would have been dead. We would have pushed through the tower. The tower would have been fucking alive the whole time. And we would have won. Not that it matters, because, you know, that's on Moody. So it was only like my 4th game that I had played. But it's just really frustrating to lose to something like that, because I feel like overall I could have outplayed him, but like I didn't. There's nothing I could do when that 3 energy just went like completely wasted, and then it made me waste the Robin because I wanted the Robin to heal the maxi, and it was just a bad experience overall. Now here he could have probably gotten the swordsman on the new kid. Like, I was trying to prevent that here by playing stuff behind him, because I don't know why the Zen isn't moving fucking forward. Like, the Zen is not close enough to that fucking, the swordsman's like whatever, like his wireframe or whatever you want to call it, his hitbox is that far out where Zen is fucking like 3 feet away from him when he stops. Like, that didn't make any sense to me. But if you would have let his swordsman get a little closer to the Zen and then use the ability, I think he would have been able to hit my new kid there, which is an incredible amount of damage on new kid. It's like pretty much the whole bar. It's like 300 something. So the Angel, we don't have to do anything. We're just going to use the Angel on New Kid here. There's not really much to heal. Now we get it out. We do heal the Mintberry Crunch, but Mintberry Crunch is going to die to the New Kid because they were hitting him. Why did I call Mintberry Crunch her? I did that twice now. Right, because she flies like a fucking fairy. All right, Tool Shed. Probably in front. Maybe the Priest. You don't really want to play the Priest, though, because you don't want to get removed. The heal up on the Zen. We're actually going to use the Robin on the Zen, which is an interesting choice. We use the Tool Shed faster than he could use his, so he doesn't get his ability off. Our Inuit takes out the tower. Well played, Inuit there. We're going to go ahead and use that. That's going to deal with the Angel. We're going to go. All right, we got a good push here, but looks like our Mintberry Crunch gets killed by the Inuit, which is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But the Robin on the bottom side, catching a bar. He uses 5 energy to defend it. It's not going to work. We got to make sure we put our stuff in behind or in front of the Angel. Keep the Angel alive, but it looks like the Angel's going to get taken down here. It'll depend on... Oh, he does get that hit off. But the Pocahontas dies to the Inuit, so that's a well played there. So this is kind of scary for me, but we have the tower. Might lose a bar here. But we got the good matchup. We did lose 1 point on this one, but it was a well-played 8,300. I would say that's deck construction. The swordsman and the deckhand are much more difficult to get value out of than the alternatives this week. So I would say that, you know, those cards being the options for him is probably what cost him that game. It really is impactful, especially if you're going up against somebody who has, you know, pretty equal, even levels with you. If you're going up against somebody that's just as good, even levels, maybe even worse than you, if they have a better if they have a better deck than you, if their deck was better built, if they have, you know, the right cards and you don't, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult to manage. You know, if you have Pocahontas and they don't, you know, that Pocahontas could really get a lot of damage out on you. Pocahontas is a lot of DPS. If you don't have Robin Tweak, Robin Tweak, the alternative was pretty much not an option, but for an example, you know, we had Program Stan instead of the alternative on this account. I can't remember what the alternative is. I don't even look at the decks anymore, to be honest. It's a waste of time, and to me, I'm gonna win no matter what deck you put me in, so I don't really care about what we end up choosing. And I haven't disagreed with the choice in a while, so. This one is pretty simple. Pretty simple. Oh, I don't know how that one... How did that one sneak in there? That shouldn't have been the last one. It should have been this one. This one should have been the last one versus Sabcat, since it's an actually... Oh, I see what I did. I label them with the week number and then, like, whether it's a good game or whatever, and then the count, so it kind of naturally orders them in a good way, where it'll play the easy games first, then it'll play the good games. If I order them, but I put the easy, or I put the number not in front of it, so it was backwards. But anyway, appreciate you guys checking me out. I apologize for not doing this live. I was working late. We had a bunch of stuff going on for work. We have a push coming up, a release. I'm a software developer, and got going with that. Came home, laid down, ended up falling asleep for like 3 hours, so woke up too late. Right now it's about midnight for me. But I'm going to load this up on YouTube. It'll be there for you tomorrow. And I appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys streaming tomorrow. We're going to do something a little bit different. But it'll be a lot of fun. We'll see you. Bye-bye. Thanks again. Oh, and don't forget, if you made it this far and you're listening to me right now and you're not subscribed, what the fuck are you doing?